What's up, movie freaks? We're HERO LAIR, back hanging out with us. I'm Dan, they are Sean and Mario. Okay, there are two anime movies that always kind of come to mind, and more often than not, they'll be on the top of two people's list. Number one, Akira. Okay. Yeah. But Ghost in the Shell, number 1 and 2, always normally just, it was as a child watching, because that came out, what, 80s, 90s?
Yeah.
Just the level of animation was so much better than kind of anything you've ever seen.
And the storytelling. The
storytelling is incredible.
Went on a different level, right?
Live action movie version. Always long talked about. It's finally real. So here's trailer 1, Ghost in the Shell.
Let's see it.
This is Major. I'm on site.
Looking robots.
I'm going in.
Oh shit, wow. That looks almost exactly like the anime.
You are the first of your kind, but you're not invulnerable.
Maybe next time you can design me better. Everyone around me, they feel connected to something. Connected to something I'm not. What are you?
You were dying. We saved you. And now you save others.
Words like violence break the silence.
I don't know who to trust.
That looks exactly like it.
I know I have a past. I'll find out who I was.
Everything they told you was a lie.
Who are you?
They did not save your life. They stole it.
Wow. Very cool. Wow. So
Visually, just fucking stunning.
Yeah, looks really good. Yeah, aside from obviously Scarlett Johansson playing the Major, there's some stuff that's directly out of the anime. like almost like you took either the anime panel or the animated
almost like
scene.
Zack Snyder-ish, you know what I mean? Like with his stuff.
As close to. So
I got a real Blade Runner feel out of it though. Yeah. Like just the cinematography. Yeah. I really felt Blade Runner out of it, and it was just like the kind of like the darkness, the kind of like sweeping shots, and like a little bit of mixture of that and Fifth Element. Like I saw some, again, just from the movie aspect of it, I saw a lot of like shots similar to those and reminiscent of those.
Giant holograms on the buildings.
Giant holograms. Obviously, like it's like what came first, the chicken or egg in some of these cases, but it's like, you know, I'm sure some films were, well, both of those are predecessor too, but that films use that to from Ghost in the Shell. I know Matrix was heavily influenced by Ghost in the Shell, and you could definitely see some of that in it, but it's kind of funny to see it go full circle of this inspired so many people, and now it's finally coming back and showing so much of that inspiration in it.
Mm-hmm. They spent a couple $100.
Yeah, but you know, usually they spend a couple $100 and it looks cheesy. You know what I mean? But this is incredible. You know, the reference of
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner, yeah. But it looks like a couple decades before Blade Runner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just starting out to, you know, become the full Blade Runner kind of.
It doesn't rain all the time.
Yeah, and it's just and the environment. You know, it's like
absolutely.
It's like the city has like so
a predecessor to it,
like
and replicants, like they could totally like it could totally be in the same universe.
Yeah, it's like a city was built on top of a city.
Yeah.
Right.
And you know who did that really well, and they probably took references from Blade Runner and Ghost in the Shell. Deus Ex. I don't know if anybody's played that game, but it's like basically, you know, the augmented and cyborgs and like, you know, people like buying all these mods for their bodies, and then just, you know, the discrimination between like the augmented and humans and whatnot, and it's like you can really, like, it really struck me right there, like the comparisons. But yeah, it was incredible, man.
Alright.
I'd watch it, definitely.
Yeah,
I'm down too.
Remember Aeon Flux? When
Yeah,
they tried to do that?
I saw.
It was just so, it was so cheesy. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? It's
it
just-
didn't like.
That's why when I heard when they're gonna do Ghost in the Shell, I'm like,
Yeah.
That's exactly the same idea, because like, and I think like Mia Jovovich, like she looked decent as the role, and then like the still pictures looked pretty good out of Aeon Flux. It was just, it didn't work in its animation. It didn't work, like it lost something in the flow, where this really. Yeah, it looks like it was put in the hands of a proper director, proper cinematographer.
Was it? Wasn't it Charlize Theron as Aeon Flux?
Was it Charlize Theron?
And Mila Jovovich. Mila Jovovich.
but
did
she
something
plays everything
close.
else, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Then there was another
What
one
did she
that
play?
was.
She played something though.
I know that there was a Charlize Theron movie with Cameron.
Yeah.
And they were trying to do. I think it was James Cameron that did Aeon Flux.
Really?
No.
No, I can't.
Well, maybe. Yeah, we'd have to.
Mid search right now.
Mid-search, let's
because
say-
I know he tried to do something that wasn't. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, as we do this, but like,
But what I take it down is like, you know, there's some levels where you push things just too far, and they're getting much better now with. Yeah, Debbie, it wasn't James Cameron. I was full of shit. But it was Charlize Theron.
what was wasn't there was a Mia Jovovich like similar one though, wasn't there?
Take your pick, Resident Evil.
Yeah, but yeah, obviously Resident Evil, but something where like I see something with like a sword in play and like the motorcycle and. Anyways,
Yeah,
like
there definitely was. Yeah.
I'm sure that somebody.
it was like an apocalypse one, right?
Yeah, again, I'm sure that somebody will remember it, and guys, please comment below. But it's either way, like these like kind of post-apocalyptic films with or any type of like intelligence. But the fact that this one is like they talk about like stealing someone's life or stealing, like that's where like the Matrix came involved and what they stole from it. So I'm really kind of looking. A huge Matrix fan, and I remember debates when the Matrix was coming out, and just going back and forth on all of that. So I'm really excited to see where these guys are taking it, and if they dive deeper into that, because this could be definitely a point of conversation.
You know what? I fucking confused it, and I'm an idiot. So I apologize, internet. James Cameron was developing Alita Battle Angel for years.
I remember
For some
Yeah.
reason, I got Aeon Flux in my head. But yeah, no. at least I got Charlize Theron. But I think like animation wise, they're hitting a point now where they realize, okay, these things have to have weight. These like whatever's happening has to have weight, proper scale, proper movement, and it's the right time for this now because I think they're starting to figure out the formula a little bit more. Right, Pacific Rim robots fought really great.
Yeah.
The new Godzilla moved and had really great weight, and it didn't necessarily take you out of it.
Yeah.
Same sort of thing here, where everything doesn't look plastic and sort of dead eye.
And it looked dirty and gritty.
Yeah.
It felt very much like those earlier films. It's really funny that you see that like there was kind of like an era in filmmaking. Like you look at something back to like Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park was so well done, and then there was just like this whole onslaught of computer generated effects and an era of computer generated effects that was so shit.
Deep Blue Sea.
Deep Blue Sea, Scorpion King. Remember that? Like just terrible films that were, and the animation was so terrible. After you thought that they reached a pinnacle when it got to Jurassic Park, and then there was actually a degradation. Now it feels like they're almost coming back, and it's also the popularity of whether it be Star Wars or Star Trek and like the practical the mixture of practical effects along with CG effects, and this whole era is a good era. We're back at that pinnacle. Way to get back to 1993, guys. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's because it's the Jurassic Park is actually the great one to mention of that, because it's so hard to tell where the animatronic actual life
Exactly.
model ends. And
Practical versus CG begins.
And the CG begins. It's blurred, and it's really difficult to tell.
Yeah, Stan Winston was brilliant with the Stan. The
So there are
studios.
some movies, like some box office movies, and you're like, oh, green screen, green screen, green screen.
Oh, you can see it.
yeah, yeah.
You can see
Yeah,
it. Like it's
They're
terrible.
getting better though. They're getting closer.
Yeah.
So this looks great. We'll check out some more trailers as well. Let us know what you think of Ghost in the Shell. Are you a fan of the anime? Have you never checked it out? Are you thinking of holding off and not watching the original anime and just watching the video? What do you think of Scarlett Johansson as the role of the Major? Let us know in the comments.
What anime would you want to see come to life?
Yeah, but what would you guys see?
good point.
Like
Comment
that
below.
conversation about that. So,
They're gonna keep coming. There was once a rumor of Tobey Maguire and Leonardo DiCaprio. They've been connected to like Akira, and they've also been connected to like Robotech.
Let's see. Let's see what comes out.
Can you imagine Leo DiCaprio as like,
I saw. Look,
as like Tetsuo or Kaneda?
who's gonna play Astro? Who's gonna play Astro Boy? That's what I want to know. Astro Boy.
Tobey Maguire.
Come on, he's like
Astro Boy.
47 now.
Paul Giamatti will be the Astro.
Oh, Jim,
Let us know all that in the comments. Also, don't forget to subscribe. By the time you watch, we're at the time of recording this, we're at 9,960. I think.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah,
So close.
very close.
I check it every day. Please subscribe. Tell your friends. We'll hang out with you soon. Bye.
See you soon, guys.